Come March, every American household should receive an invitation to take part in the 2020 census. It only happens once every 10 years, and the information gathered is vitally important to efficient government operations. News 19's Declan Levy tells you why the census is so important and why everyone should do their part. Declan?
Scott, a census records detail about each person, their age, sex, and living arrangements. All of the information is completely secure, and the importance of being counted for may be more necessary than you thought.
We will get a nice breakdown of who lives here, what our population looks like.
The census does more than just count people for population numbers. The results can have a major impact state to state and even county to county.
Things like transportation, housing assistance, business development, like economic development dollars, all those dollars are based on the census numbers.
The amount of funded money communities get from the federal government depends on the numbers collected in the census.
It's extremely important because all the funding that comes from the federal government over the next 10 years will be based on the numbers that we gather in the 2020 census. And that's a huge amount of money.
The issue can be getting people to fill out the form. Cruz says people may not want to provide information because of distrust in the government, but she says not to worry.
The information that the census gathers is completely secure. By federal law, none of this information can be released to anyone, not to the FBI, not to the CIA, not to Homeland Security, not to ICE, not to anybody.
Politically, getting everyone counted holds a lot of power state to state.
It's important because the balance of political power kind of shifts every 10 years based on population changes.
The higher population, the more electoral votes a state gets.
The states that are gaining more people have more political power both in the House of Representatives and in presidential elections.
In the past decade, Wisconsin's population trends, they're not good. In terms of the rate of growth, Wisconsin ranked 36th out of 50.
Which isn't great from the standpoint of maintaining the state's political power. Now, the state currently has 8 members of the U.S. House, and that's not expected to change after the 2020 census. But analysts are saying that it's very possible that the state could lose a member of the U.S. House after the 2030 census.
Now, there are several different ways to fill out the census. First, you're going to get one in the mail, but you could also do it over the phone or online. Scott, Census Day is April 1st. That's when the official collection will take place.
Thanks, Declan. To learn how you can fill out the census when it's released online, find this story on our website.